Alexa, shut the fuck up. And it is 4th of July. What is going on, everybody? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, coming at you with another episode of BSSin in the shed, out here in the shed, in the backyard, doing what we do. So thank you all for joining, man. It's 4th of July. I hope everybody's got the grill fired up, or had the grill fired up if it's a little bit later for you. I just shut the grill down myself, pulled a few steaks off of it, and man, oh man, I am looking forward to that meal. That stuff it was smelling good, and when I flipped it with my fingers, the juices got on my fingers, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, fuck, that's good shit. So, 6 o'clock, I'm out of here, because I want to eat that steak. But, until then, I'm all yours. Dig Daddy out here in the shed. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Long weekend if you didn't have to work today. Hopefully you have a short week this week, and you can get on with your next weekend festivities. My next weekend festivities have me going down to California, seeing some family, and digging for some gold. Hell yeah. So, like I said, I hope everybody's week is treating them well. Oh man, that's not good. They need to put that shit out, because I got a vacation to do, you know. I don't want to be stuck in California for a week without no dirt to dig. That would be tragic, because it's just hot. Not GPA roaring camp, the real roaring camp. The roaring camp. Rapid rate of spread. Oh, fuck. Well, that's not good. That is not good. I don't usually watch the news or anything, but I better tune in to what's going on down there to figure out if I need to make some last minute adjustments. Engines. They need choppers. They need choppers to get up in there. No, Roaring Camp is a privately owned gold prospecting camp, mining operation that have some cabins there that they rent out anywhere from 4 days to a week, tents and whatnot. And yeah, I was planning on going down there and getting some shiny. Yeah, the gold catcher. I got one as well. Picked one up while I was down there last time. I only used it a couple times. I never really got into the flow of it. People who use it say it works well. And I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure it works well where it's working and all that. But I got what works for me. So until that changes, we'll just keep on doing what we do. And yes, thank you for the reminder there. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that like button, that little thumbs up down there or over there, wherever the hell it is on your screen. To let everybody know that you were here on 4th of July doing the thing. It's what we do on the thing. But, and also, if you haven't already, hit that link up there at the top of the chat. I always point up here because the chat used to be over here on the side. And for me, that's where I put my chat window. It may be somewhere else for you. I don't know. If you're just watching on YouTube, it should be right up there or over there, maybe down there. I don't know. Figure it out. But do the thing. Do the thing. Hit the thing. Leave a comment. Make it witty. And you might be getting tonight's sloppy seconds. What's good? What's good? All's good, man. Everything's great. Coming off a long weekend of doing nothing. Except, you know, getting a little bit of shiny out of some pay dirt, which turned out pretty well. You guys saw that video, A and B prospecting. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I just say make it witty because I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it live, and everybody's going to judge you. You know, they already hate you because you won and they didn't. So at least you can make them laugh with a witty comment. What's going on, Sasquatch? Mr. Carl in the house. Oh yeah. Safety meeting in the house. Safety sesh in progress. So yeah. Been all clustered all week. And all weekend trying to get all sorts of stuff ready to go and done and this and that and the other. It's rough, man, I tell you. It's rough stuff. But almost ready, almost got everything. Ordered up a new hat. You know, usually I would take my camouflage boonie hat, but I upgraded. I got a blue boonie hat now that has a neck, one of those little neck veils so your back and neck doesn't get all sunburned up while you're out there in the sun. Got one for me. Got a baseball cap style for my boy, so we're not like nerds and matching and shit. Used to being hated. Well, don't be hated. Be loved for, well, be so loved that they all hate you. Because it's just like, I want to hate him, but I can't because he's so fucking lovable. Like me, I like to talk shit with a smile. It's so much better. Kill him with kindness and truth. Who's a nerd? Am I a nerd? I'm probably a nerd, it's true. I'm a craftsman, that's what I like to say. I build stuff, and I figure out how things work. So if that makes me a nerd, then I guess I'm a nerd. But I'm a cool nerd. I don't know what you would call that. See, that's the thing. I don't want to be on the top. Because if you're on top, everybody's trying to pull you down. There was a shooting and you got a suspect. Where are you at? Who'd they get? Anybody die? Are they okay? I hope they're okay. That would suck if otherwise. Oh my god, when did that happen? Was that just today? It's getting crazy, man. Fucking shootings every day been going on, man. Shit's getting out of hand. Now, I'm absolutely not one of those people who say we need to take everybody's guns away. In fact, I'm the opposite. I say arm everybody. If everybody's armed, people will be less likely to fuck around because they know that people can defend themselves. Oh my god. At the parade, even? Jesus Christ. It's fucking crazy, man. That's not to say I don't believe that there could be better, I don't want to use the term gun restrictions, but gun control measures to make sure they're not in the hands of people who don't need them. Unfortunately, a lot of people who think that they do need them are probably the people who do need to not have them. And a lot of the people who don't have them think that there are people who shouldn't need them, but they really should because, you know. Whose land was stolen. I know, right? I mean, 4th of July isn't a celebration for everybody. Let's just say we didn't win this by peaceful acts. America's only America because of we did all the shit that we tell everybody else they're not allowed to do. No, current laws don't encompass all of the need. If they did, then it'd already be a non-issue. If you look at it, we're going to go into this for just a little bit. I'm try to keep it light, though. If you look at it, a lot of the mass shooters are mentally unstable people. So we should have better means to identify and figure out if these people need to be watched and get the shit out of their hands. No, that's not true, Spencer. Bad guys, good guys, people buy guns. You know, a lot of the mass shootings were done with people who legally own their guns. Most of them were. To be honest with you, those were all legally purchased guns. You know. But, you know, should those people have had access to guns to begin with? That's the question. You know, if they have a history of potentially violent mental issues, maybe we should say they don't need to have guns readily accessible to them. You know, it's nobody's right. Nobody has any rights. Let's put it that way. You only have the rights that they give you. And if you don't like that, tough shit, because you still want to live here. At the end of the day, that's the reality of it. Our rights are just words on paper. There's not enough people who would actually fight for them in a manner that's meaningful. But they're there, and if we're going to keep them or make them mean something, then we all need to be on the same page about their importance. Too many people disregard these rights or those rights because they're only worried about this right. It's like, no, there's more than just one or two Bill of Rights or amendments to the Constitution, and they all have mostly equal value. The ones higher on the list, I think, are a little bit more so equal. It's always been my belief that you have your life or your freedom of self and expression and being, you know, and to be able to communicate. That's important. But second to that is your ability to protect that right. And that's why the Second Amendment is our right to bear arms. Specifically, our Second Amendment, it ain't shit about hunting. There's nothing about hunting in that right. It's about defending yourself from a corrupt government. That's what our Second Amendment is for. Period. That's it. That's what that right is for. The right to bear arms and to form a militia and protect ourselves against tyranny. That's why we're allowed to have guns. In case our government or our local police force or our state forces or whatever turn their barrels against us, that we're not just to roll over. And although you may not survive a full-out attack by the U.S. military, you're a fucking idiot to think that you would. You do have more ability to survive the moment if you can defend yourself. And you know what? When it comes down to that moment, that's all it's about. It's not about winning the war. It's about surviving the battle. Yeah, the largest armed population is going to be the U.S. because everybody's got guns. People have enough guns that people who don't have guns technically have guns because there's so many. Shit, I got a few. I only got 2 hands. I can maybe go akimbo. Well, 2 of them are rifles and 1's a pistol. And I'm definitely not taking down an M1 Grand or a fucking an Apache chopper coming down at down the neighborhood, but you got to get to where you got to get. Or maybe you got to defend yourself against your neighbors if they go crazy. They get the fury virus and come at you trying to eat your face, like they do in Florida. But yeah, no, if they bomb you, you're fucked, right? You're fucked. Let's be real. But are they gonna bomb American soil? But that's not feasible or realistic that they would bring in a bombing unit for one civilian. That's right. Everybody has a right to defend their life, and our Second Amendment says that does include, by intention of our forefathers, they understood, because they just got done fighting a war against their corrupt government that they were trying to separate from, and they know, hey, sometimes they don't have the interests of the people at heart, and sometimes they'll suppress the people. And that's why the people need to be able to defend themselves. Because we, back then, they were the people. They were us. Our leaders were us. They weren't that so far detached from the general population that they were a different class of people, right? They were us. You could go down to the pub and maybe have a drink with General Washington. You could go out to the theater and maybe run into Abraham Lincoln. Too soon? My bad. And God damn it, I want a gun that's capable. I don't want some gun that's fucking not sufficient to do its job. So don't nerf my guns. My guns are meant to kill men. That's what guns are for. That's why we invented them. To kill another man in the most efficient manner. That's what guns are for. And God damn it, I want the best damn weapon that does that if I decide that that's what needs to happen. To defend myself. I don't want to shoot some dude and him be like, what the fuck was that shit? No, because now my family's not defended. Thank you, Weezen. And whoever the last person was as well. Oh, I think that was a sub. Thank you, Weezen. Made me smile. Make all bullets out of gold. No. I don't want it to be, like, oh, should I take this shot? No, this is a disposable thing, and it's a tool, just like a nail and a hammer. Boom, get it done. You make them out of paper, as long as they do their job. I know a paper bullet probably wouldn't do what you want it to do, but my point stands. But don't just worry about those two, freedom of speech and freedom of religion, the right to freedom and all that shit. It's for everybody. Everybody deserves those things. They're all important. So look at your other amendments. See what else we're defending on a daily basis with our free flow of ideas. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you made the decision that you're in that situation, and that's the thing. The people who sit there talking about, oh, well, maybe you can take a less lethal situation, try something, maybe try talking it out. They've never been in that situation. They've never felt helpless. They've never felt like their existence is no longer in their own hands and that they're at the mercy of somebody else who wants to do them ill will. They probably never felt that in a real way. So they don't understand, the need to defend yourself. They live in their little houses and they stay on the internet talking their shits, which I do a lot of that too. I talk shit on the internet. Don't get me wrong. but... Oh, right on, Vendetta. We see Dig Daddy twerk. There you go. Twerk it, girl. There you go. You could dip all your bullets in gold leaf and call it pay dirt. And be like, you could have some catchphrase. Be like, oh, you want some pay dirt? You're about to strike gold. Pop, pop, pop. I don't know. If you have some pre-thought up catchphrase that you yell out when you're defending your house, I don't know if you're really defending your house anymore. Now it seems more like a vigilante thing. Like one of those people who I wish they would, you know, people who are looking for an engagement. You can't be looking for an engagement and being armed, because then that's motive. That's like going to an entirely different state and then shooting somebody saying you were protecting yourself. Yeah, but what's it matter? You registered. You went through background checks. You don't think they already know that you have a gun? Like, you can know I have a gun. I have a gun. Especially if I registered to get a license to conceal, and you know everything else. They already know you have a gun. You don't give a shit. The feds already know you have a gun. You had to do a background check to get that gun. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying there, but at the end of the day, like, you got a list that told you that I have a gun. Do you want to come over and try to take it from me? You might be on the receiving end of it. So I don't know, you know, if it's really gonna be that problematic in that regard. Well, on that end, the people who don't believe that you should have the right to have a gun, fuck them. No, I understand that, but you know, as part of being in society, you know, and utilizing that right, you got to give some areas, but there, of course, they have to be limits, right? You know, just because you know I own guns doesn't mean you have the right to come to my house and try to take them from me. That's a line. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. Everybody should just assume that every house down your street owns a weapon, owns a gun. Because they could. They might or might not. But the fact is, you never know. But now you know not to come to my house. Because I got one of those 9mm, and apparently those things will blow your fucking lungs out. So, you don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with Dig Daddy. Oh, shit. Anyways. The fucking gun debate on a pay dirt channel that talks about weed. How about that? So, speaking of stuff, I just want to say, because it is the first stream of the month, thank you, Doug. Much appreciate you there. Like I said, because this is the first stream of the month, we take this stream to say thank you to our patrons. So I just want to hop over to that screen, which I have the wrong slide up. And there we go. Big shout out, big thank you to my patrons. Appreciate you guys having you here with me on the journey. Nick Matson, Thomas 907, Chris W, Kevin S, Monte Wilson, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting, bgreeny, Jason Martin, Stan Neal, Eric Brubaker, Ken Carbon, Thomas Leja, Julie Hanson, Vendetta Prospecting, Heidi Conan, and Rich Pederson. Just want to say thank you for your support, and thank you for hanging with me. Main camera. Forgot which camera or button to hit. Now, if you're not a patron already, just go over that real quick, what you get if you want to sign up for that. I have 2 levels available. One's a $5 level, and at the $5 you get a little welcome pack. You get a little gift there. You also get entered in on my monthly pay dirt raffle giveaway. Throw your name in the hat and you might win a bag of my monthly Patron pay dirt. Now, the Patron pay dirt, to every $50 patron, that's the next level up, $50 a month gets you a bag of pay dirt, custom made by me. Even if I don't have pay dirt that I'm selling that month, the patrons are getting a bag of pay dirt and I make it special for them. So you get your opportunity, you get one of those at the $50 level, but you also get entered in the raffle. And every month I also give away one of those to one of my lucky patrons. So if you want to get in on that, head over to the Patreon page, pledge yourself $5 a month, pledge yourself $50 a month. I have a few spots open at each level. And hell yeah, there you go. That's what that's all about. So a little later in the stream, we'll give away some dirt, some Patron pay that I have made up there. Took me a little bit longer to get around to it because I had to get some gold. But made up some bags this month. Took some unsearched Arizona pay. Added in like a gram of gold to a bucket with the pay dirt that was equally spread out amongst those 6 bags. And then I took a little picker, little baby nugget picker with about 1/10 of a gram, and threw one of those in every one of those bags. So there's a random unknown amount of gold in each bag, but there's a definite 0.10 picker thrown in each one. In addition to that, there's a couple of rubies. And in addition to that, there's some ocean pitcher stones tumbled in. Little ones, you know, they're not like giant BS ones, but they are what they are. All right, Sluice Boy, George, thanks for hanging out. Happy 4th of July to you. Appreciate you chilling with us. So, anyways, so that's what you get if you get a $50 level. You get some dirt every month, and there you go. No worries, BS. No worries at all, man. I don't totally understand how that goes. Yeah, I know. Trump really fucked it up for us. At any rate, if you can't afford to get in on the Patreon, totally fine. I just appreciate you guys tuning in, because that's what it's really all about. Hanging out, having fun. But if you want to support the channel in that way, there is that avenue. Alright, so y'all want to do a little pay dirt? I got a little pay dirt that I was wanting to run tonight. Going to slide it over to the sluice cam. Got the red, white, and blue loaded up for you guys tonight. And got a little bit of dirt. Now the dirt tonight is, of course, from Roaring Camp. But I went ahead and threw a little bit extra in there as well. A little bit of extra gold in there. So it's a nice snow cone of that beautiful Roaring Camp dirt. Nice and crunchy pay dirt. Cleaned up, so it's not going to be nearly as dusty as it usually is. Alright. So there we go. Let's fire this baby up. What was that? Whatever that little noise was, thank you. Appreciate you. I don't know if that was a subscriber or a tip. It hasn't come up on my screen yet. It's a mystery. I may have overloaded this just a hair. I'm going to wet it up over the sluice so we don't lose anything. That one. I need to switch over to the other screen so I can see what's going on. Everything's so little. I can't run this because then that'll cut into my bandwidth. Alright, well thank you, whatever that announcement was. Let's run some dirt. Man, this shit's heavy. Man, I cannot express how bummed I'm going to be if they don't get those fires under control. I mean, not just, you know, for my own selfish reasons or anything, but, you know, for the people who live there as well. Being displaced is fucking just terrible, man. But also, you know, I want to go prospecting. Oh, fucking right on, man. Welcome to the team. The squad, the crew. I don't know what the hell where we are. Welcome to this dysfunctional group of prospectors. Probably so that they can shift their productions overseas and justify firing or laying off their local workforce. Like, hey, we don't have a plant here anymore. We can't afford to keep you hired. And then they ship their shit off to China to double their profits and halven their quality. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting more gold out of play sand than the play sand cost, just run play sand. And where are you getting your play sand at? I want to get a few bags of that myself as well. Yeah, it's regional though, because their sand comes from as close as they can. They just have places bag it under certain names. So like the play sand in one area isn't going to be the same as the play sand in a different area. Like if you're buying in California or Colorado or somewhere where we have, you know, a lot of small natural gold, Washington maybe in some areas, you may get gold. But say you buy that same labeled bag in North Carolina and there's not a speck of gold in it because they're coming from two different areas. But which brand? Home Depot has like 3 or 4 different sands. Was it just play sand? Was it Quikrete play sand? Was it the tube? Was it paver sand? Because paver sand is another thing out there, you know? All right. Definitely some nice gold that's popping up out of this dirt. Hopefully this focuses in on it. Oh yeah. So that's a losing battle. $3 for half a penny's worth of gold. You're not getting good ROI. I don't know. I'll eventually maybe do a video on play sand, but the other guys have already done them. You know, I try not to do stuff that's already been done. But it's been a minute since I think anybody's done a good video on play sand, so maybe it's my turn. A lot of garnets in this one. River rubies. I did not add anything to the dirt here as far as like garnets or anything goes. This is all what's naturally in this dirt. If you haven't checked out Roaring Camp's dirt, you should go check out their website. If you can't get to there, you should try picking up some of their dirt of the month. They got a sample bag there, or one of those $25 bags that they have. Really good dirt to go through. Nice natural stuff. Always a good time. And damn, there's a lot in this one. Can you see it? Not too bad for a cup of dirt. Not too bad. Look at that. Bam. Now let's get this stuff suckered up. Which one is this? All right. All right. And as always, just check the back pan. Got my eyes on a flake. Oh, where'd it go? Ah, fuck it, fly poop. Goes into the tailings. Yeah, it's a pain to bring that sand back, man. That shit's heavy. I filled up, maybe... I had an 18-gallon tub, and I filled it about halfway with beach sands the first time I went out there. And man, I threw my back out getting that up into my truck, or into my Jeep. Man, that was heavy. But I got my HPA now, so I can go back out to the beach. I probably won't do as big of an amount to try to bring home, but I'll bring something home. You know, after a day of running buckets, maybe I'll fill a couple extra buckets up. Classify them first, of course, because you got to classify it first. You can't just take buckets straight home. Has to be classified material. All right, on. I hope you guys have a good time. A3. Have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe, stay sane. Big Daddy Pat, what's up? All right. Yeah, there's some nice chunks in there. So if you haven't already done so, hit the link on top of the chat. Leave a comment over there. Like that video. Like this video. Or this live stream. And make sure to leave a comment on that video. And you'll get entered in for my sloppy seconds, which will be given away here shortly, along with a bag of pay dirt to one of my lucky patrons as a thank you for hanging with me and supporting the channel. So, all right. Well, that's cooling down. Let's do that. Let's hit the wheel of names. See, that's the thing, Josh, is you got to do a lot of buckets for it to start adding up. BS, I already did a Flamin' Mountain Dew. Weren't you here to see it? That shit was horrible. I mean, it was fine. It tasted fine. It was actually pretty good. But the afterburn was, it was not worth it. It was like, this is an atrocity. You give that to somebody as a joke. Like, you pour it in a bottle of Code Red and be like, here you go, buddy. And be like, oh, Code Red, delicious. That tastes a little off. And they're like, what is this? Ah, what the fuck, man? But yeah, I did the Flamin' Mountain Dew, and it was terrible. It was just terrible. I felt bad, and I felt bad for drinking it, and there was nothing but shame. No, it wasn't impressive. That's the thing. You know, if you figure, oh, I'm going to take a drink, and I'll be like, oh, God, it's horrible. But it tastes just like Mountain Dew. It was sweet. It was nice. And then afterwards, you just got all the bad effects of, like, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You got all the after effects that suck. Plus heartburn. And if you're already somebody who gets heartburn, it just ain't, it's not good. It's just not good. It was a horrible evening. But I tried it. I put my life on the line for you guys, for your guys' entertainment. But let's celebrate the patrons. I'd like to give away a little bit of dirt. And so, on the Wheel of Names, we got all the patrons here who are paid up through this month, beginning the July month. Pretty sure got everybody. And let's spin it and see who's going to get that bag of Patron pay. This month's winner is Nick Matson. Congratulations, Nick. You are bringing home some dirt if you're here with us tonight. If you're not, doesn't matter because you don't have to be for this one. So there you go. One bag of Dig Daddy's 7-4 Patron pay. Well, it's 7-1, but I signed it today. The first one I signed 7-4 on, and then I thought to myself, ah, shit. Oh, well. So I did all the rest the same way. But congratulations, Nick. Right on. Thank you for sticking with me and supporting. And again, thank you to all the patrons for hanging with and being part of it. You guys are awesome. See, I like the Code Red. The Code Red is one I can get behind. Because it's substantially different flavored from the regular Mountain Dew, and it's still pretty good. But yeah, all the variety of flavors, like, I don't need a Mountain Dew lemonade. They already have a lemonade. I don't need Mountain Dew orange. That's what Sunkist is for. So, a lot of unnecessary flavors. Like, you don't even have to advertise to me. Like, you know, if you like Mountain Dew, you're going to go drink it. Which flavor of Mountain Dew, that's in the air. But yeah, they need to stop overdoing it. Because then you go to some places and they have some flavors, and you go to other places and they have other ones because they don't want to stock all of them because there's just too many. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the box. And hope it works great and catching all sorts of gold for you. Speaking of the toolboxes, I still do have a couple of them left. I'm not sure. Somebody bought one today, and I'm not sure if they got the big one or one of the little ones. But either way, there's still 2 of those guys available up on the website. So if you're looking for one, you want to pick one up, do it. Go for it. I dare you. Also, I still have a few bags of the Independence. My 4th of July pay dirt. There's like 3 bags of that left. So if you wanted to pick one up, there's still a few of those left. Go check it out. Well, I have the pumps listed there on the site too, so if you want to pick one of those up, they're up there also. And that means I got to get up in the loft and bring a few down. No, absolutely not. The way that we're using these pumps voids any kind of warranty that you could possibly get on one anyways. We're using them in a recirculated system that that we're running dirt and fine magnetic material through it. So, you know, I mean, if it dies prematurely, you know, then I could do something for you. But I mean, I would expect that over time that they're going to take somewhere. I did start adding a magnet to the bottom of the sluice box, though, to try to keep the magnetic material from migrating all the way down to the pump. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps to keep things still running. Keep the heavy iron material out of the pump, because that's usually what kills them, is that gets in there and it starts making it hard for it to turn. You know, but so that's why I always recommend, if you have really dusty, dirty dirt that you're going to be running, rinse off as much of the dust as you can so that you're not running that through your pump, because they're not dirty water pumps. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Some pumps are meant for dirty water pickup for like septic or sewage. These are not those. The thing would cost twice as much if I included one of those, and I don't think they make them that small anyways. Yeah, I mean, DC pumps are relatively cheap if you're willing to wire them all up yourself. Um, if you have a speed controller, then you can get like a small one. Small DC pumps are a little bit more harder to get. Like the bigger ones, bilge pumps, those are easy. You can get those all day long. But small ones, those are a little harder to find. They have some little black raw ones though, yeah, that are probably like $12. But like I said, then you gotta wire them up and all that. And if you're not, some people don't feel handy like that, and they don't trust their soldering skills. So I found the one that I found because I liked the way it was laid out in a manner that was easy to facilitate. I meant to bring out my new speed controller that I built. I know I showed you guys the last one last week, but you know me, I'm always reinventing the wheel that's already laid before me. Oh, little bilge pumps? Yeah, I bet they have metal impellers. Better sealed, I think. Yeah, I mean, you can build a speed. That's what I was talking about. You can build a speed controller pretty easily, pretty cheap off of Amazon. Like, you know, the little head units that I'm making for the Ryobi batteries, not too bad. The only downside is the housing takes like 12 hours to print between the lid and the body. Yeah, exactly, David. The ones for 2 to 300 GPH, in a lot of cases, cost twice as much as a 6 or 1,000. Like you can buy 1,000 GPH bilge pumps all day long for like $9, $9 to $15. But if you want a small DC pump, it's like double. Awesome. Snatch them up. Snatch them up. I'll try to get anything that's been ordered probably up until tomorrow. I'll try to get out. Or I'll get out before I go. If anything gets ordered Wednesday on, you're probably not going to see a shipment until after I get back from California. Maybe I'll try to get it out on Thursday if somebody orders something on Wednesday. But all right, let's find out what we wound up getting. Bring ourselves the open bastard there. I guess. There. Trying to find where it's not glary. There we go. Hello. It might be 0.2 something something. Let's find out. Not too far off, David. 0.225 grams of gold. So almost a quarter gram out of that scoop. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hell yes. Now we just need a little cup of love and then figure out what we're going to put in it. And while I'm doing that, make sure you left a comment on the comment video so that you can get in on some of this. Potentially take home almost a quarter gram of gold just for hanging out tonight. So, as always, you know I love throwing some garnet sands in there. Little character, I'll throw some obsidian sands in there. We'll make it like fireworks. We'll throw some peridot sands in there too. I don't think I have any appetite sands ready to go right now, though. Add a little citrine. Boing. Some aquamarine. And we'll throw one of these in there. It's a rhodanthrosite. They're usually nicer when they're pink. They got a lot of pink in them. But this one's got some cool flower and it looks kind of like a cherry blossom. Throw that in there too. All right. So those are our sloppy seconds. Pretty nice for a sloppy second. All sorts of color in there, along with some pretty sweet ass gold, 1/4 gram. So if you haven't already left your comment, I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't know what you are doing. You are missing out on life. Make sure you get in on life, man. Don't let it pass you by. Before you know it, it's another day is gone. Before you know it, years passed. What's the date today? 7/4/22. Big Daddy Silver Peel. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty badass sloppy seconds for somebody. If you don't enjoy this one, you don't enjoy life. You need some counseling. There, needed a proper mixing. It is backyardprospecting.com, and then follow the links to the Prospector shop. Woo, this is a fat sack. Look at that. Postman's gonna have his way with me. All right. Back to me, Big Daddy. After all. Has everybody left a comment? If you haven't, you got to get in on that. I'll give it a minute. I got some time. Not much though. I got to go eat. Just make sure to leave a comment. Links at the top. Did this shit just go out on me? I wasn't holding it that long. I think it's just a thick joint. All right. Well, I want to go eat my 4th of July dinner, and I'm sure the rest of you do as well if you're not already doing so. So let's give away some dirt. Let's go over to here. Once again, congratulations, Nick. Now we're going to find ourselves a YouTube comment. And if you haven't already done it, it's too late, bro. "42 comments have been loaded up. And now we're going to pick a winner. Are we streaming the right one? Yes, we are. All right. Pick a winner. Nick Knack. Congratulations. Happy 4th, everyone, and good luck. Well, good luck is to you, Nick Knack. You are the winner of our sloppy seconds tonight. So congratulations. Once again, congratulations to Nick. Congratulations, Nick Knack. If you don't mind, Nick Knack, send me your address at digdaddy@backyardprospecting.com, and I'll get these sloppy seconds out to you. I hope you enjoy them. Nice amount of gold in there. All sorts of other colorful goodies in there. So have fun going through it. And congratulations, Nick, on the Patron win. And yeah, congratulations, everybody. And I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I hope if you're going to see some fireworks tonight, they're awesome. I hope nobody gets clouded out. I went to go buy fireworks today, and I found out that they banned them last year. Can't let them off in my neighborhood anymore. Fucking sucks. So I'm going to be watching them on TV tonight because I ain't trying to get anywhere where they're letting them off. We'll give it a shot next year. But I hope everybody's week treats them well. And this is going to be it for me for the next couple of weeks, because as we're going into going to be in the camp next week, and I'm not going to have good reception. So I'll try to post up when I can, but I will probably not be having any live shows next week or the week after, and nor will I be doing a review this or next week. So a couple weeks I'm taking off here, and so I hope everybody has an awesome time. BHuff, it is backyardprospecting.com. From there, go to the Prospector shop, and you can see my pater and all the other stuff that I have for sale. But I will see you all when I get back from my trip, and I hope to have some awesome stories to tell you guys and some awesome gold to show you. Otherwise, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. I hope you all have a wonderful week. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.
Thank you.